Hi YouTube, Christine here, Skinny Brit to be. This is my update post RNY gastric bypass week 68. Yeah, 68. Sorry folks, it's been an awful long time since I've made a video. I think it was somewhere near the end of March, and I do apologise, but things have just got a bit out of hand at this end. Not weight related luckily, but I think when I last spoke to you my son was just about to go into hospital, and he was in hospital for a fortnight. He's home now, and hopefully he's got a long road ahead of him, but he's on the road to recovery, I believe. I've also had a couple of very sad deaths, a relation and a friend, a young friend, both very sad, and in fact I've got a funeral to go to tomorrow, so not really looking forward to that, but it's sort of taken my mind off the ball a bit. Not weight wise though, I haven't comforted or anything like that, and in fact I actually have something to celebrate today. For the first time since my surgery, for 40 years, blah blah blah, I'm now actually in the 150s. At last the scale has decided to move, and the last week or so, I've actually lost 4 pounds, so I don't think that's bad at week 68 post RNY. But bearing in mind that it had barely moved for the previous 5 weeks, so it was about time it moved. But it does give hope to some of you that are actually in a major stall that it does eventually break. I mean, I haven't changed what I've been doing. I've still eaten the same quantities and qualities and same foods, etc. I do keep a pretty strong eye on what I'm eating or what I'm not eating. In fact, last week I had an update with my dietitian. It was just a sort of routine one, but I really felt I needed to speak to him, because up till then, prior to seeing him, as I say, I'd barely lost any weight, and I just wanted to run through whether or not I really was still doing the right things. I was pretty sure I was, but you do begin to doubt yourself. You think, everything's going wrong when the scales don't go down. But boy, was I relieved when they did go down this morning. I'd been half expecting it because they'd been sort of creeping. But yes, 159.2 this morning. So since I started this journey, that makes a total loss of 176.8 pounds. And in fact, since surgery, I've lost 108.8, because obviously I did lose 68 pound, I think it was, prior to surgery. There was something else I wanted to say about that. Oh, what was it? Oh, I should be furious when I sign off and I can't remember what it was I was going to say. Something blah 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 blah. Mind ticking over hard. Oh yes. When the dietitian obviously weighed me, and he said that since surgery I have lost 91% of my excess body weight. So as far as they're concerned, that now I am a complete success. He queried that even the extra 9% could even be skin, because I am suffering from a lot of skin. I think it'll just have to hang around though. I don't think we'll change our mind, I'm sure. I don't think that I want surgery to get rid of it. At the moment it hides fairly well, but I must admit, having your boobs round your waistline isn't very appealing as you crawl out of the shower with a great big mirror in front of you. But my husband, he really is my biggest supporter. He'll suddenly appear in a doorway, you know, if I'm in the kitchen doing something or in another room, and he'll stand there and he'll sort of stop and go, "Oh, wow, you're so skinny." He hasn't yet said I've lost too much weight though. He said he wouldn't dare. We were discussing it the other day when a friend said that her husband was concerned in case she lost too much weight. He said he wouldn't dare open his mouth because he knows he'd get a mouthful from me. I don't hold back if I feel, you know, things shouldn't be said. Yeah. But anyway, what else? Exercising. I'm still walk every morning. I still use the Wii every morning, etc. Half an hour to an hour every single morning. More often it's nearer the hour than the half hour. And as the weather has been improving a bit, I'm back to walking down at the seafront. Any days that it's fine, but I don't go if the wind's blowing, if it's freezing cold, if it's pouring with rain. I'm a fair weather walker, and I don't like getting cold. Oh, another thing, I did go to the doctors because I was feeling really tired. I mean, I know that I've had an awful lot on my plate in the last 4 or 5 weeks, but I felt really tired. I've never been one to fall asleep in the middle of the day, and I was beginning to drop off, and you know, sort of during the day, which was most unusual for me, especially as I was sleeping well. Anyway, he did a whole range of blood tests, and I'd also been getting really cold hands. I couldn't get my hands warm. I'd noticed it first in the supermarket, and I'd put it down to the fact that perhaps I was just putting my hands in the cold counter, but I'd get to the till and my hands would be freezing, and I'd get home and it would take ages for my hands to warm up, and it was really getting quite uncomfortable. And so I went to see the doctor, and he says he's almost certain that I've got Raynaud's, which is a symptom of it, which could potentially explain my numb feet too. But anyway, he suggested that I took ginkgo biloba. I don't know if that's coming up back to front or what, but that was what he suggested. He said it has it's been successful with a lot of Raynaud's patients, and also he said that he took it himself before he took his finals for his doctor's exams, etc., because it's supposed to help with memory. I thought any help you can get with memory at my age or older, the better, sort of thing. So I've given it a go, and I must admit that since I just take one a day, and since I've taken it, I have noticed that although my hands are still chilly in the morning, they're cold now, and it's 10 o'clock in the morning. I've been up for 3 or 4 hours. No, 2 or 3 hours. But as the course of the morning goes on, they actually warm up. But it got to the stage where I was wearing my gloves, even on a warm day, certainly to go around the supermarket, and my husband was always making me hot water bottles that I could sit and cuddle to get my hands warm, because they just wouldn't warm up. Didn't matter whether I exercised or anything, that didn't improve the circulation. Or at least didn't improve it to my hands anyway. Anyway, oh dear, now I've rambled on. But I'm feeling all right, okay, folks. I'm not too down now. I'm sort of seeing some light at the end of the tunnel, and I'm sorry it took me so long to get back to you all. But I will survive. Anyway, I hope you're all doing well. I have been watching a few videos, but I haven't commented, and I'm very sorry. But as I say, my mind's been a little bit preoccupied. But I've seen some of you are still doing really well, so keep it up. And those that are feeling a little low, It'll come off. It'll come off. Just give it time. And pat yourself on the back for what you have lost so far. Anyway, bye for now. Bye. Ramble, ramble, ramble. Bye.